Hello and welcome to my channel once again. Today we are going to tackle laws of indices and what are indices? Indices is actually a plural word from an index, and this just means repeated multiplication, where we put the numbers into powers, and therefore the power is what we call an index. When there are many, or in plural, we say they are indices. So what are these laws of indices? The first law of indices is where we are trying to multiply a raised power m times a raised power n. This is equals to a raised power m plus n. So we multiply and we have the same basis, we just add the powers. Example, for example, if we had a 5 raised power 2 multiplied by 5 raised power 3, this will be equals to 5 raised power 2 plus 3, and therefore this is 5 raised power 5. So when we take 5 raised power 5, we'll get a number which is the same as taking 5 squared times 5 raised power 3, which is 5 cubed. So law number 2, before we move to law number 2, please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so to get new updates of new content that I'll be able to create. And also follow me on Facebook at Teacher Carlos, YouTube Mwalimu Carlos, and also TikTok Teacher Carlos 10, and you will be able to get my new content. So law number 2, a raised to power m. So we say division, divide by a raised to power n. This one is equals to a raised to power n minus m minus n. So when we have a division and we have same basis, we just subtract the powers. So in this case, for example, we can talk of 5 raised to power 3 divide by 5 raised to power 2, and this will be equals to 5 raised to power 3 minus 2, which is just equals to 5 raised to power 1. Mathematics made easier there with the laws of indices. Law number 3, and actually these 3 laws are very basic, and these are the laws that many students know. A raised to power m, everything raised to power n. So this is what we call product law, or multiplication of the powers. So we multiply the powers. So a raised power m brackets power n is equals to a raised power mn. In other words, if we have 5 raised to power 3 squared, then this will be simplified to 5 raised to power 3 times 2, which is equal to 5 raised to power 6. And therefore, you are done there. So these are actually very basic laws that students know, and most teachers teach about the 3 laws, forgetting that we have so many laws of indices with us. So I'll teach at least 6 laws. So law number 4 of indices, this one is where we talk of a raised power 0. A raised power 0. Any number raised power 0 is equals to 1. Any number raised power 0 is equals to 1. This is where many students confuse by saying that number raised power 0 is equals to 0. It is not the case. Any number raised power 0 is 1. So even if I take 1,000,000 raised power 0, I'll still get 1. 5 raised power 0 will still be equals to 1. So any number raised power 0 is 1. So maybe you've been confusing or finding it difficult putting numbers to the same base when maybe a number power some, given power is equals to 1. So the hint is here. Convert that one by taking the base given, power 0, and you'll get 1. Okay, so moving on to the fifth law of indices. The fifth law is where we take A multiplied by B, then we power it to M. This one is simple, where we will take A raised power M multiplied by B raised power M. A raised power M multiplied by B raised power M. Yes, so 2 raised power 2 raised power 2 times 3, sorry, 2 power 3 times 3 raised power something like 3. This one will be equals to 2 raised power 3 multiplied by 3 raised power 3. So don't confuse this. This one is actually very, very confusing, and therefore you've gotten the hint there. Number 6, law number 6, law number 6. So remember I said at least 6 laws, but this time around I'll go up to the 8th law. Wow, this is interesting. So we have A divided by B raised to power N. So you should be very keen. These ones can be very confusing. So A raised power N divided by B raised power N. Still the same as the multiplication one up there, number 5, applies the same knowledge where we power individual numbers in the bracket before we can divide. Wow, so law number 7, still going. Law number 7, where we take A raised power negative N is equals to what? A raised power negative N. At times, many students find it difficult to work out a sum that has a negative power and also a negative fraction. Power, which is a fraction. Of course, that one I'll cover it in law number 8. So this one, whenever you see a negative power, know that there is something to do with the reciprocal, and therefore A raised power negative N will be equals to, find the reciprocal of, let me put this in brackets so that you get it well. Find the reciprocal of what is in the bracket, and the negative power will just go. Find the reciprocal of what is in the bracket and the negative power will go. So in this case, when we have A raised power negative N, we'll get the reciprocal of A, which is 1 over A, and my negative power is gone, so we have a positive power. So in this case, A raised power negative N is equals to 1 over A raised power N, and therefore you are able to work out. Let me indicate this with an example here. So when we have something like 5 raised power 5, or just 25 raised to power negative 2, 25 raised to power negative 2. This one will be equals to 1 over 25, the reciprocal of what is in the bracket, raised to power 2. So once you find the reciprocal, the power goes. So this gives us 1 over 625, because the square of 1 is 1, and therefore the square of 25 is 625. You see them? Wow, the last law of indices is a fractional power. So we have A raised power 2. Let me use an unknown there. A raised power M over N So the numerator there shows a power with no root, but the denominator shows a power which has a root. So this is actually the square root, cube root, fourth root, fifth root, up to, even the 100th root. So in this case, a raised power m over n will be the nth root. The nth root. The nth root of a, but again we raised to power m. So you see, the denominator there shows the root, but m is just a normal power, which is not a fraction. So that is what I mean. For example, we take 4 raised power 3 over 2. 4 raised power 3 over 2. This will give us the square root of 4, because of the denominator, which is 2, means the square root of 4, then everything cubed. So the square root of 4 is 2, then we'll be taking 2 cubed, which is 8. So that is how we work out fractional indices. I want to give another example here, which is a fraction but a negative indices, to just link up with the law number 7. So another example will be, I'm going to use the same example there, but now a negative 4 raised power negative 3 over 2. Now this one, as I said, you will have to get the reciprocal of 4, which is 1 over 4. And then now the power will be positive. Once you get the reciprocal, the power becomes positive, and therefore here we'll have the square root of 1 over 4 cubed, which is actually 1 over 8. So you see there we have that. Even when we have 4 over 9 raised power negative 3 over 2, this one will be simple. Find the reciprocal of what is in the bracket, that is 9 over 4. 4 over 9 reciprocal is 9 over 4. Then the power changes to positive. You see that one is very easy. Will be 3 over 2 raised to power 3, which is actually 27 over 8, and that is you put it as a mixed fraction. So those are the laws of indices that are there. I've tried to actually explain almost all of them, but if you have some more, you can actually add in the comment section as we continue to interact. I know many of you, or many students here, have been having problems, especially with the fractional indices, the ones that are involving negative and so on. And we'll do as many examples as possible so that you can be able to familiarize with these laws. So that is the end. Please ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more content. Thank you.